Ji and all the gurus. And my Atma Pranams to Patriji and all the gurus in the universe. And also my Atma Pranams to all the beautiful souls who have joined the session today. Thank you so much. My gratitude to Maji also. Yeah. So today in Swadhyaya, we will understand the qualities of a soul. The qualities of a soul. So, I mean, most of us wonder what is a soul or who is this soul? Well, out of my experience, I feel soul is nothing but the divine in you. In you. That's it. I mean, you might give it many terms, but um, end of the day, it is your experience. Soul is nothing but your experience, the divinity in you. And how do you understand your soul? When you do this sadhana, when you do practice, when you meditate sincerely, when you are committed, only then you experience this divinity. It can't be like, understood through somebody's say or, reading from the books, but you have to understand it through your experience. That is my personal experience, friends. Okay, so let us understand what are the qualities of a soul. Because by reading many books and understanding it and practicing and thereby experiencing, then also uh, talking to senior masters, that is what, I just uh, brought this down before you. So, first thing is just in this journey, when you start, practicing meditation and being with Sajjana Sangatya and also in Swadhyaya, that is reading books, watching spiritual videos, you get this jnana, this knowledge, then you start experiencing this. So then you can put this question to yourself. I mean, each one of us can put this question to ourselves like, you know, what is this that I'm experiencing? How do I understand that there is divinity in me? Well, you just go deep inside yourself, then you just connect to your soul, friends. So it is again each one's individual experience. So my experience can't be yours, isn't it? So it is all individual's experience. So our world is a reflection of our thoughts, whether we agree to it or not. Because everything, the outside world is a projection of our inside world. And what is it in the inside world? It is nothing but our thoughts, deep down there, stored in our memories and subconscious mind. So 10% of our life we act with our conscious mind, but 90% is our subconscious mind memories. So here, that is our memories of our present life and our past life too. So they all just come out. And spiritually also we can say we can relate it to karma. This is what my understanding is, friends. Okay, so then how do you understand that these are the soul qualities? The very first and the foremost that what I experienced is after realizing myself that the first quality of a soul is love and compassion. Love and compassion. So now, when you just talk about love and compassion, the very first person that comes into your mind is Jesus Christ, isn't it? Of course, Lord Krishna is there. I mean, there are so many others, but Lord Jesus Christ. So he's an epitome of love and compassion because we know his life story, right? How compassionate he was, how loveful he was. When people threw stones at him, he just smiled and he just looked at the universe and said, God, please save them, help them. Isn't it? He never just again picked up the stone and threw at them. So, this is what is understanding, friends. I mean, when you didn't get into meditation, your life is something else. And when you start meditating, you see a different perception of life. And what is it? You start understanding that no more you should react to people's says or their actions. You have to just respond. Or sometimes, most of the times, you have to be an observer. Just be a witness. In Telugu, they say, Sakshi Bhutamlaga Gamaninchu. This is what even the God is so. He's a witness. He never interferes in anybody's lives. But we think that God has the ultimate say. No, he's just a witness, an observer. So we must also be an observer. Because when we understand spirituality and when we meditate committedly, we know that this has come into my life because of my doing. It is my karmic effect, nothing else. So how can we just be, so feel painful or hurtful when somebody says something to us? So why should we respond? Well, if we are responding to them, that means we are responding through our body consciousness. But what is spirituality? Connecting with our soul. Soul is again the divinity in us. So it's all the time very important to be in the moment, in the now, in the present. That is what is called as awareness, eruka in Telugu, isn't it? So when we are in this awareness, we connect to the supreme consciousness. I mean, without our understanding, we just connect with the supreme consciousness. We are in that. That is when you realize, okay, all that we can give to others is only love and compassion and nothing more. And what is the principle of the universe? How does the universe is guided by what? It only is guided by this principle of what I give to the universe, it comes back to me. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. What I give, it comes back to me. That too in multiples. See, if I throw a stone at you, you will definitely I should face this on, right? It comes back to me. Maybe 3 or 4 stones will come to me. Similarly, also, if I give love to you, the love comes back in multiples. Friends, this is again a practice. Initially, these are all very difficult things to understand and practice. So, when we start understanding these things and start practicing, slowly they become us. See, initially we have to practice, isn't it? See, somebody, slaps your cheek. I mean, you can't show another cheek, right? Like Gandhiji. But then through practice he has done. He's a great soul masterist. He's a very great soul. But then when you understand this, and slowly, you don't react to all these things because now you understand it is energy sucking. When you give much more attention to all these things, it usually drains out your energy. So, how can you understand this when you are in awareness? Eruka is very important, masters, to be in the present. Most of the situations, because we lose control in them. Why? Because we are not in the present, isn't it? We are thinking something. Well, I understood that by reading books that every day we entertain 72,000 thoughts, I believe. I mean, when I read this, it was so scary. 72,000 thoughts. How can that be? But it is true. Because in the present moment, we don't even know that we are entertaining so many thoughts. You just see people who do multitasking. Well, that is a very good thing, ability. But then again, no, they are just cooking, they're listening to something, they're talking to somebody, they're answering a phone, they're texting a message. So many multiple tasks they do, right? Similarly, also so many thoughts run. That is the reason why when we sit for dhyana, we see that, then we understand that, oh my God, so many thoughts are coming. Why? Now, because you're in awareness, you understand, okay, so many thoughts are coming. Till then, you didn't realize. When your eyes were open, you never realized that so many thoughts were barging inside your brain. But when you closed your eyes, you sat with yourself, then you are in awareness. then you understand, okay, so many thoughts are coming to me, isn't it? So this you can practice this love and compassion, and you can make it your own only through practice, masters. That's it. I too also started initially practicing it. Nothing comes easy, masters. We can never, buy these things, these qualities. No, you have to practice first. That is the reason why people say that when you come to spirituality, you have to unlearn what you have learned, because we are not tuned in this way, right? We read stories, we learned so many great souls stories, whatever, but these are all for books purpose. That's it. To practice, we thought, okay, I can't do it because I'm not a great soul like Gandhi. I'm not a great soul like Vivekananda. How can I be? Because I'm in this materialistic world. But once you understand the essence of the,
ನಾನು ಟಿವಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಸೋ ಟಿವಿ ತೊಳೆದೆ
excuse me. Uh,
Sunita ji, please unmute yourself.
yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody.
To audience, just a request. Please unmute yourself, because if something is going in the background, it's a lot of disturbance for everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Sunita ji, yes, go ahead.
Okay. So now we have so many complaints, like, wife complaining about her husband, that husband doesn't love her, husband says life doesn't care her. So many complaints, right? I mean, in the materialistic world, we get to see all of these things. Why? Because lack of understanding, lack of acceptance, isn't it? So when we don't practice this, our anahata chakra gets blocked, masters. And when this chakra gets blocked, I mean, you are just closing the door of your heart center. So, how can you give love and take love? You tell me. So, anything if you want to experience, first we have to give it, masters. First, understand that we have to give first. Only then we will receive. But we are used to only taking. We like to be respected, but we don't respect people. We like to be loved, but we don't love others. We have our own compartments of judgments, our blame games, our criticisms. We only look at people from our point of view. When did we try to understand them? These all aspects of life we understand only when we meditate. Okay, books gives us knowledge, masters, but only through practice. That is what I'm saying. Sadhana. Sadhana is not about meditation only. Sadhana is about practicing all these divine qualities, because we think that, yes, I have this. I love people, I respect them, I value them. I too thought so. But no, once I came into a spiritual path, I understood that it was only from my lips I was doing, not from my heart. So, this is all we experience, masters. When we first give to others, then we receive in multiples. The first and the foremost thing of a soul's quality is love and compassion. Compassion is so different to mercy again, right? Compassion is so different to mercy. So we need to build this, and then they become our own. It is our natural self that, in all the time that you are so loveful, because you understand that the soul's same exists in everybody. We are from the Purnatma. We are a part of this Vasudaika Kutumbam. The same soul that exists in you also do exist in me. How can I differentiate you then? How can I hate you then? How can I blame you then? How can I judge you then? So this begins from the family, friends, first. First, we have to repair our relationships in the family. That is such a huge and challenging task that I experienced. We think that, dealing people from outside is very difficult. No. First, we have to win the hearts of our family members, of our relatives, of our friends, then extended members, so on and so forth. Then the world opens. Then you see this oneness. What happens when you just, increase this energy of love and compassion? You step into oneness. You step into oneness. There is no difference between me and you. Because when I look at you, I'm seeing myself in you, isn't it? With these two eyes, there is a focused vision that when I look at you, there is this oneness. I love you so much. When you say that, it comes from your heart. If I start hating you or I judge you, or I discriminate you on some grounds, that means I am doing it to myself, isn't it? So, this only you will know when you practice, when you understand at a deeper level, not on the superficial level. Now, so many thoughts might be running in your minds, but that's okay. That's okay, friends. But what I mean to tell you is please practice this. Initially, it is difficult. I too experience this, but through practice, we tend to become into oneness. We become aware all the time. We will be in the present moment, and that mind will guide us, will tell us, okay, don't think like that. See, if we start meditating, do we become very purified? No, all the time we face challenges. Yes, sometimes negative thoughts also do come parallelly, but are you aware? That is very important. Formally, we weren't. Why? Because we were supporting us. Okay, that is right. What I spoke is right. She's wrong. We never, dwelled into those thoughts very deeply. But now, when an anti thought comes, immediately our conscious mind says, hey, you're thinking wrong. Just drop it. Suddenly you become conscious. Okay, I shouldn't be thinking like this. See, how did this come? Through practice, masters. It is not a one day affair, let me tell you. It is a sadhana, it is a practice. So don't expect miracles that, okay, today I learned this, tomorrow I'll practice it, and third day I'll be fine. No, till we die, till our last breath, we have to practice, practice, practice. So this is what is love and compassion all about. Now just imagine how Jesus could have managed all this, isn't it? How tough it was for him those days to be like this, to be a loveful soul, to be very compassionate, to be very understanding, to be very accepting. So difficult, friends. But once we practice, it becomes easy. Okay? Everything comes through practice. Right. And the second one is we have a choice to be in gratitude or to be in ego. Okay? Gratitude and ego. So, what does this gratitude give to us and what does this ego give to us? We will understand it better. And which quality is the soul's quality? Ultimately, we are understanding the soul's qualities, right? So, we will get back to that again. But what are these qualities of being gratitude? Gratitude is not being egoistic. The first and the foremost thing is not being very egoistic, to be loveful or joyful, to be happy, to be in acceptance, to be in acceptance. All these gives us abundance, masters. All this gives us abundance. To understand others, firstly, to give happiness. So others' happiness should be ours. Okay? So this also talks about being selfless. Also, to be loveful. When can you love others, masters? When you love yourself the most. Again, we understood this in a very wrong connotation, right? If people love themselves, you attributed them to be very Selfish, isn't it? Yeah, selfish. I thought so. But now when we come to the spirituality, we understand that no, no, no. To first love others, we have to love ourselves. To give utmost value to others, first we have to value ourselves. There is no shortcut for it. So these are the qualities of being grateful. Okay, so today I'm talking to all of you. How was I able to connect with all of you? So I should be so grateful to Maji, right? This just didn't happen like this, right? Where is she? She's in US, and where am I? I'm in India. What is this? How could this happen? How are you all able to listen to me? And my friends in India are listening to me. How could that happen, masters? If I just think, okay, because I have some knowledge, she just uh, could reach out to me. No, no, that is again an egoistic feeling. So how grateful should I be to her? You tell me. So this is what comes through practice. And I should not think that, okay, I've come here to help all of you. No, you all have given me, including Umaji has given me an opportunity to share my knowledge. And this is such a wonderful feeling end of the day, right? That is what is gratitude. How thankful I must be for this opportunity. If I'm not, will the universe appreciate it? Will the God in me appreciate it? And this is what is divinity. This is what the soul's quality is all about. But just see the opposite of it, being very egoistic. I. Actually, I is our name. We have, included all the other things to it. Okay. Our caste, religion, blah, 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 so much. But we thought it is a capital I. No, masters. That is a very, very small I. But what is the capital I? That is the soul. That is the soul. We have to take care of it. We have to take care of it. And what does these ego qualities have, egoistic qualities have? Less gratitude, or in fact, to be very ungrateful all the time because we are focusing on I. I did this, I did that, I got it. Because of me, you are experiencing all these things because in family we get to listen to all these things. Sometimes wife says, sometimes husband says, sometimes children say, this is all very common in the materialistic world. Being so ungrateful, taking people for granted, thinking that, okay, they have to take care, parents have to take care of children, it is their responsibility. How ungrateful is that thought and feeling? Everybody has a choice, masters. Please understand, a soul has a free will to do whatever it likes. Okay, that is what is free will. So, despite, we have come to this earth on our soul plan, our contract, whatever it is, but still we have a choice at a particular time and a moment that we can change our destiny. That only happens when we come into the spiritual path. Otherwise, we'll become a victim to all the other things of, our whatever they say that in astrology and things like that. We become victims to that. We tend to depend on other things because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't realize that there is God in us. So we are becoming very fearful. We live in insecurity, isn't it? And once these seep in, you give room to hatred, jealousy, anger, frustration, impatience, whatnot. I mean, the list is on and on and on. Those are all energy suckers. That's it. See, as individuals now, as meditators, only thing is we have to understand is any thought that we entertain, is it conserving our energy or sucking our energy? Is it increasing my energy or is it Or am I feeling very low by thinking so? Please understand this. It is only through awareness you can know masters. True awareness, to be in the moment, to be in the present. Only then you can understand. Otherwise, we'll be so unconscious of our thoughts, of our words, of our deeds, because we are so egoistic. People who are egoistic also, they do not accept because they don't realize that they are egoistic, because that is very normal to them. They don't see something typical in themselves or so uncommon in themselves that is very normal in the outside world. So how do they realize? They don't. That is where comes this sadhana, meditation, swadhyaya, reading books every day, at least half an hour. We must read a book, masters. We must listen to at least 2 videos. We must be in this Sajjana Sangatya. We must be in the Acharya Sangatya. Any doubts, get back to your teacher. Okay, so just clarify your doubts. Only then we can be in the present, in this moment. Otherwise, I mean, I just can't tell you how our life goes haywire. And also, there will be more suffering, more pain, more hurt, isn't it? Lack of gratitude. All these things come. And also, there will be no love end of the day. No love at all. And you know what? We'll be victimized. And also, so many diseases will come. What is the suffering? Every negative thought, every destructive thought, every wasteful thought. So many thoughts are there, masters. They will all act on our body and we will get diseases. It is as simple as that. At least if you get this catch, you will not entertain all these wasteful, negative, destructive thoughts. But what must we entertain? Only positive thoughts, productive thoughts, miraculous thoughts. How will you know? Only through awareness. Only through awareness.
Thank you.
Some,
Thank you, Sunita ji.
yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
thank you, Ma.
The two qualities that you have mentioned, like, love and compassion, and also gratefulness,
Gratitude.
the
Yes.
gratitude. So, being grateful to others who have done even a slight amount of favor to us is
Yes, yes,
really counts big. Um,
yes,
and if you know the emotional chart, the highest emotion that gives you
yes,
the best results is gratefulness, the gratitude.
exactly. Yes,
So one day we will discuss the chart as well. Thank you
yes.
so much for sharing your wisdom. Vice
Thank
versa,
you.
not only
Thank you.
you, we
Thank
are
you.
grateful to you
Thank you.
that you are
Thank you, Ma.
sharing.
Thank you,
Uh,
Ma.
yeah.
Thank you.
So it's always like, whenever like, guest speakers like you we would like to talk, even listen to you more. But considering the time,
Time, I
um,
understand. Yeah.
yeah, it's 9:34.
Sure,
So
sure.
we will be going into meditation in a few minutes, and
Yeah,
then we will have you tomorrow also.
sure, sure.
So
Yeah,
please,
yeah. Same time, right? Same
same
time.
time,
Yeah,
same time.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
if you would like to continue, you can continue with us for meditation, or if you
yeah,
are busy, you can
yeah,
no, your
yeah.
choice.
Yeah, 10 minutes I will meditate and leave the session. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
very much. On
Thank you,
behalf
Ma.
of all my
Thank
audience
you.
also,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
So everyone, like there are a few new people, and they
Mhm.
wanted very clear instructions when it comes to meditation. Not they wanted, they requested, and they asked me if there will be any clear